Today I'm going to show you a few modifications you can make on an offset smoker. I've got here an Oklahoma Joe Highland. I think it's really good value for a backyard smoker, and with a few little upgrades it runs really efficiently. So let me show you what I've done. I would recommend anyone using an offset smoker to invest in a fire basket. Fire management on an offset smoker is so important, and this is going to help you tremendously. So when I first use the fire basket, what I do is I turn the grate round the other way. This raises up the grate, allows a bit more air underneath the fire basket. Also, it makes it easier to clean the ash out during a long smoke. So once I've got the charcoal all preheated, I put it in the basket. Great thing about the basket, it keeps it nice together, it doesn't spread out everywhere. So what I do is I try and just move it over to the corner towards the cooking chamber, and it leaves a little space around this corner. What I can do is I can preheat some extra charcoal for helping maintain the fire, and also I can preheat some wood, and what I do is I rest it along the top here, around the side, along the top. It really helps maintain that fire. You never want that base to get too low, otherwise it's really hard to get it back up to temp. Now you can obviously just preheat your wood on top of this plate. It does work pretty good, but I find putting it inside there on top of the basket, once you're ready to use it and you put it onto your heat source, it catches immediately, and it means that you don't get any of that dirty smoke, which is definitely what you don't need. On the next thing that I put on here was a Pro Smoke thermometer gauge. It's not absolutely necessary, but what I will tell you with that is it is really accurate. It's pretty much shows about a 5 to 10 degree difference to grate level. I can also see it at a bit of a distance, so it's always handy. You don't have to run up to the smoker and kind of look at the temp. I can kind of see it from a bit of a distance away. So unless you've spent about £2,000 to £3,000 on the smoker, you're probably going to find that you're going to have a bit of leakage all going around the smoke chamber. That's the smoke escaping. Also means the heat's escaping. Means your smoker's not running as efficiently. There's a couple of things you can do. You can put some clamps on the side here, on either side. They're called lava locks. You can get them on eBay, Amazon, all over the place, but I haven't gone down that route. What I have done though is add some gasket tape. I find it works really well. So I'll put it around the edges here. So I've done it on this side, on the other side, and along the bottom. I didn't put it along the top. I mean, I did originally, but I found that the lid wasn't closing properly, so I left it out. But I have got another tip later that's kind of eliminates a lot of that smoke escaping and heat. What I have done is created a kind of deflector plate. I used a grate that was in the bottom of the smoker that I don't use, and I covered it in foil, and then I put it in the smoker and cover the opening up. I find this does two things. It helps me protect any meat that I might have close to this end of the smoker, because I keep my fire pretty close to the opening here, and also it seems to help the temperature of the smoker maintain its sort of temperature at both ends. So I find that with this in, whatever the temperature is at that end, at the far end, it's only about a 5 degree different at this end, so it helps with a consistent cook. Yeah, it's great. What you can do as well with another spare grate is you can cover that in foil as well. A lot of people do this, and it acts as a baffle, just a bigger version of this, but I just use it to hold this grate in place. So I just place it in, I push it up against it so it doesn't fall during the cook. Now earlier I spoke about gasket tape, and I mentioned the fact that I didn't have any running across the top of the lid here. So what I did, I got myself a fire blanket. They're fairly inexpensive, get them on Amazon, works really well. What it'll do, I'll lay it over the top and it'll stop any smoke escaping. It'll also insulate the smoker. This is like really good, especially in the UK temperatures can get a little cold. So what I do is I just place it all the way over, and it kind of helps with getting the temperature of the cooking chamber there a lot easier, especially in the cold temperatures. It also helps with when it's raining. You can be cooking, all of a sudden a shower comes along or some rain. I put this over the cooker. It doesn't cool down the chamber as quick. So really find this really beneficial for a good smoke. Really, I use it all the time. The final modification that I've done for this smoker is add an extension for the smokestack. What I did, I got a piece of steel. It's 3 inches in diameter and it's about 20 inches long. I then got some metal rods and some high heat insulation tape, and tape the rods around the base. What I can then do is put this on top of here. So we've added the smokestack. It does look a little untidy, sketchy, don't know what the word is, but what you can do is get an exhaust pipe, same length, same width, but with a tapered end, and then that will fit in the top of the smokestack. But this works just fine. I mean, I find it gives good airflow through the cooker. Also, it maintains steady temperatures, which is really important, especially when I'm cooking 225, 250. So yeah, give this a go. Give the other mods a go and see how you do. Most importantly, happy smoking.